That's 609-927-1100. And now, here's AC Mike.
Welcome back to the Midday Show, folks. So glad that you're with us. 609-927-1100. Listen, we're talking Stockton University men's basketball. Fondness for Stockton University. Mr. Kesselman, President Kesselman, our president. So when Stockton University came into AC, which where it originally started, Harvey Kesselman comes in and says, Mike, let's do an interview. So we go to the Atlantic City campus and we set up, and Mr. Brian Jackson sets us up, and Alex Marino and all the others were set there. We're talking and having a good time. And we just always went back and forth. Just got to know him when it was being built in its infant stages, and created a friendship. So we're walking out of that interview on the boardwalk at Atlantic City. He's like, this is great. Kesselman's going crazy, and he's talking, and he says, Mike, if you need anything, you want to use the university for another remote or do whatever, let me know, whatever. I was like, yeah, man. I said, okay. And as we're walking, shaking hands and splitting apart, I said, you know what, Dr. Kesselman, I'd like to do a show on one of your show on your TV stations. He's like, well, that's kind of a weird ask, right away. I said, well, you ask, and I so sure enough, 4 or 5 months later, I start getting calls from the arts and humanities. I'm like, who's this? What? And we got a little show. So my point is saying, just love the university, and listen, I think that we got someone special on the line as well. Dr. Harvey Kesselman, former president of Stockton University. We were just talking about you, sir. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Michael. How are you doing? And I can't believe you have Scott Martin on. That is terrific. How are you doing? How are you all doing?
Hey, Dr. K. How are you?
Listen, I could not be more proud of you, my friend. I looked you up this morning. Were you 23rd in the nation? Is that what you guys are ranked? Do I have that right?
Yeah, I mean, I just got off the phone with Patrick from the press, and we are 23rd in D3 hoops, but we're number 1 in the country in the MPI, which is the most important rating. So we've been the number 1 team in the country for the last few weeks on the rating that matters.
Tell me what MPI. Tell me what that stands for.
Well, the NCAA came up with a new formula to see who would get at-large bids and who's rated where based on your strength of schedule and your record and all that good stuff. And our strength of schedule is among the top 2 or 3 in the country. And
well, that's you. I mean, you've always challenged the team to play up, and I mean, I can't overstate how proud I am of you and Martin. I mean, he's done a phenomenal job. I mean, he's just killing it. It's fantastic. It's so great for the university. So great for our region.
Well, thanks, Dr. K. Yeah, Martin will tell you it was a lot of tough love, right, Martin?
It was, but it's worth it now.
Let me tell you something. Scott's a tough love, but it is worth it. And I can't tell you. I mean, you're just nailing it. So just keep it going. And I could not be more pleased to see where you folks have taken the program. I mean, it just keeps rolling. And we got to get one. We got to get that national championship. Martin, you got to bring it home this year.
You got it.
Well, as I tell those guys, if our intangibles match our talent, then we have a chance. But that little stuff's got to get done.
Yeah, I mean, and you get them ready year after year. You recruit the right way.
That's right.
You keep the kids, graduate the kids. I mean, you do a great job, Scott. And Mike, I don't know how much, as you, Mike, Scott is, when you follow a legend like Jerry Matthews, and then you become a legend, it can't get better than that. And that's exactly what's happened.
Well, I'm a legend in my house. I don't know about anything else.
So, Dr. Kesselman, yeah, I mean, one of those guys, I've been one of those guys in our conversations back and forth, always loved the local sports, whether it's high school, college, and whatnot. And what you were doing out there at Stockton University as well, and building that campus up, and then I would pull the page out, the sports page, whether it be the Inquirer, the Press of Atlantic City, or friends and family that actually, go to Stockton, went to Stockton University, what they were doing, whether it was basketball, the women's volleyball, and just going on and on. And then, again, that beautiful campus. So it was easy to follow, man, because, again, being a South Jersey guy, born in Philly, but, grew up out here in the sticks in Sweetwater and Mullica Township. You were a big part of that, too, Dr. Kesselman. And thank you for, really joining in in with this conversation because it's pretty cool because you've touched the lives of so many different people throughout your career. And I know you speak on others always, but to your credit, man, you picked a great coach here, as well as Matthews back in the day, and young men like Martin coming to the university as well. Your fingerprints all over it.
Well, thank you so much. And I wanted to call in. I actually have to teach my final class of the semester today. I'm teaching in the graduate program to individuals who want to become principals and superintendents and the like. And it's been a fun semester back on the campus teaching. But I want you to know, Scott, Martin, and the rest of the team, I follow you every single game, so don't you worry about that. So just bring it home, and you make us all proud. I could not be happier.
Thanks, Dr. Kesselman. And now,
Casey, Mike, I hope to see you soon, my friend.
You got it.
Hey, Dr. K, thank you for believing in me, too.
Okay.
It's why we're here, buddy.
There you go, man. Nice call. You're out there listening to Dr. Kesselman in retirement, but I don't think he's so retired. I think he's still got his finger, as he said, still teaching out there. Lots of energy, and definitely has brought this university up to a different level. When you guys talk about, again, to see those layers, I mean, you've been around, Coach, for a while, the layers of the university, not just the men's basketball team. We're going to talk a little bit that next segment. We got about a minute or two. But that university, that campus, I mean, that's got to be a sell as well when folks get on out there.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a beautiful campus. I think it's safe.
Yeah, there you go.
Like you always tell the mothers that there's a hospital on campus, and I point out that, in fact, my 2 children were born on campus, which wasn't really great because my daughter was born, and like 2 hours later I'm at practice. So so that didn't go over
dedication.
Great. But it's a safe, beautiful campus. It's clean. Like, you walk through the hallways, and it's amazing how the custodial staff does a job of just making sure that the place is immaculate. So, I'm just grateful to be employed there and living in this area, because you could give me a Division I job in the middle of Iowa, and I wouldn't take it if I had to leave the Jersey Shore.
Coach, so important. I mean, when you say that, and I'll say real quick before we have to go to break, same here. I mean, I don't think I would want to live anywhere else. We bitch and complain about taxes and this and that or whatever, but to live in South Jersey and the Jersey Shore, it's like no other. It really is, whether it's in the Pinelands or out in the shore area, just a beautiful, you got the best of all worlds. And then if you want to jump and go to the big city, an hour away from Philly, New York City. So I agree with you there 100%. Folks, we got to take a quick break. We're going to get into this season. We've been shooting a boo-boo here. But the 6-1, ranked number 1 in the MPI, right? Did I get that right?
I think.
In the top. Yeah.
NPI. I think
we'll look into it. But what we want to put out there as we go into this season, how folks can come out, check the games out, support it. I know you can stream it, but we want your behinds in the stands, and just a great, entertaining night. And the way you guys play basketball is so important. So let's talk about that. 609-927-11. Thank you, Dr. Kesselman, for jumping on. Folks, we'll be right back. Then I want to ask a little bit about some football stuff, some NFL. I know you guys are fans, but there you go. He points to coach.
Yeah, I'm not happy with A.J. Brown. I would just wish he would have left him alone.
Yeah, but we're going to talk about that as well. Folks, we'll be right back.
This fishing report is